What's up, Macheads? What's up, Maniacs? What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of KM Videos, Fake Stories.
And the money, ain't no hoeing me before I give them 100. Since it's a drought of real niggas, how the fuck could you hate? Could he niggas sit and walk around while I'm trying to act? And the money, ain't no hoeing me before I give them 100. Uncut G, I ain't no rapper. If you want a verse, nigga, come to my hood so I can snap. And the money.
That was it. I never stopped banging. I started banging hard, then I got so hard till it was a shame.
Welcome to another episode of KM Videos, True Stories. So I'm going to take you back to 1989 today, and I'm going to try to set the scene for you. Me and the homie Roscoe had just got into a shootout with some Mexicans on the east side. I dropped Roscoe off at the house, and I proceed to go home. Some way, somehow, I end up with the homie Baby S, my partner, the one that do the interviews with me. And I'm telling him about the incident that just happened, right? I got to wipe the sleep out my eyes, just got up, got to get to this bag or controversy, whatever. But so, excuse me. And I'm not going to edit that out either. So, I don't change clothes and none of that. I still got gunpowder residue on me and everything, right? So, I'm telling Baby S the story. Baby S is the homie. He ain't just no interviewer on Kev Mac videos. He's not just some guy that I flashed the camera across. This is really my comrade. This is a guy we got a lot of years in together, and we know each other very well. And he was always a good dude when he came around, man, and he was always solid. And so, you know, as I tell this story, it does involve the homie. I try to stay away from a lot of these stories, but this the homie, and this turns out to be pretty innocent. I tell him, come on, let's roll down there and check the scene. Really, I'm just trying to prove to him what went on, right? But there's a curiosity to me. Being America's dumbest criminal, I want to return back to the scene. And S is all for it. So boom, we shoot down 54th to the east side. And we go check out the scene. There's no police, there's no ambulance, there's no yellow tape. But there's a whole bunch of gun shells and a lot of broken glass. Boom. We satisfied at the scene. We talking about how, damn, wonder what happened. Ain't no bodies laid out. Ain't nobody hanging out. You know, no law enforcement, none of that. So boom, we heading back to the house. So we going up 54th, back to the west side, where we belong. I'm driving Mom's van, 1988 Ford Aerostar. She drives this van every day. She drives it up and down 54th, because she had a nursery school on Van Ness. So her route from the house is down 54th, turn on Van Ness, and come back the same way. So she does this 5 times a week, sometime even on the weekend, just to go clean the place up, straighten the place up, or put new chairs and tables in there, posters on the wall, and stuff like that. So I'm aware of this. I'm always conscious of this, because I take the same route as well, no matter what car I'm driving, right? And so, as we approach Van Ness and 54th, it might even be Arlington when you get to 54th, but Van Ness and 54th, right? So, some dudes hit us up. S rolls down the electric window, and he crouches down like a sniper, and he say, can I get him? Nah. Surprisingly to him, and his reaction is, what you mean? Man, this Mom's van, you know, I give him the rundown. Mom's in this car every day, license plate registered to the house. Man, once they get on that, they gonna already know it's me and my brother. No. So he like, all right. He got this dumb look on his face like he didn't really understand. He like, all right, When the police come, they not coming for him. They not going to know about him because I'm never going to put him in the car. If the police came, because he in the car today. But he wouldn't have been in the car had I had to answer to those accusations. So there's this car coming. This Regal is coming from south to north across 54th as we approach 2nd Ave. And they hitting us up. And I can't for the life of me understand why they hit me up. But what I do know, I don't want no issues with the VNs. I don't want no more shootings at night. I do not want to get away from one and end up getting caught for another. I don't want moms to be in no trouble physically or legally. So the answer's still no. So they hitting us up. And he said, man, can I get him? Like, he's frustrated now. Can I get him? Nah. But then when they cross in front of us, blood, fuck crab, whoa, fuck sissy. Damn. How did they come with that? I don't know if they was fishing or they was on point. But they was on point. So I'm like, damn, cuz, go ahead. Baby S, my partner, to do the interviews, no hesitation. Boom, 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 boom. And the Regal smashes into some parked cars. Pretty hard, too. Wasn't going that fast across 54, but was going fast when them bullets start ringing. Boom, smash. And I wanted to feel bad, right? Because we just messed up somebody's night. But I'm saying to myself, why did them dudes bother us? Had they only known I didn't want no problems. I understand the full dynamics of LA gangbanging. I understand being on the front line. I understand when you think there's some enemies in your hood, in your boundaries. I understand what being aggressive and banging is really about. But I didn't want that issue, man. I already had one issue. I didn't need another issue. And I didn't want this to be tied back to moms once again. And I didn't feel bad when they smacked their car. I said, that's what they get, man. That's what they get. It's like they were just really pressing. Like, I really felt pressed. And so the Aries came out of me. And that Aries is, all right, fuck it. I'm being defensive. I'm being cool. Get them. Let's get them. Let's, whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean? This is what we do. This is what we signed up for. But I always think about that because, you know, we always, you out there banging and you put your family or you put your mom in jeopardy of retaliation. You know what I mean? People are aware of the Joker Mumbo situation, the interview on street TV and things like that. And I just feel like, man, LA didn't have to be so bad, but we were so aggressive. Even when you trying to do right, you still gonna get hit up. When you wearing your colors, it's a dead giveaway at the height of gangbanging in LA. Like, there were eras when colors really didn't matter. You look at old pictures, dudes is wearing peach and pink and light blue and, you know, wearing all these different colors that you don't really see nowadays, except for those flamboyant guys that, you know, looking for a sex change or something like that nowadays, you know what I mean? Or in the NBA, hanging with their partners, doing what they do, that we don't know what they do, but we speculate what they do. Off point, right? So back to the point. So, you know, my thing is, man, and the moral to this story is, sometimes, man, you just have to give people a pass. Sometimes you just have to just let things go. Because you never know how things are going to end, man. You can end up dead, shot, paralyzed. You can end up in prison. And that goes for both ways. Either side can end up in prison or dead or shot. You know what I mean? If you leave people alone, man, a lot of times you don't have to worry about being bothered. we just messed up a good night for some dudes who probably was some good dudes, man, just trying to defend their turf. And they picked the right dudes at the right time. Some of our homies had close relationships with VNs, grew up with VNs. I remember a couple of times, a couple of my homies invited some VNs over on my block. You feel me? And we hang down the street from my house. Just hang out, talk, you know what I'm saying? They catch up on old times, you know, exchange old stories and respect for one another. And so I met some VNs from my homies. I went to school with some VNs, played baseball with a VN. The homie had cousins from VN that we used to go over to his house or their house. You know what I'm saying? For those that are out of town and really don't understand the dynamics of LA gangbanging, I want to say this to y'all, man. A lot of times your neighbor and enemy, you don't really want that beef with them because you have cold wars and hot wars. You have flare-ups to where it's just on. There's shootings back and forth. There's, you know, you wake up, look out for them dudes. Let's go get them dudes. But then there's cooling periods where you be like, man, leave them dudes alone. We don't want that issue. We don't want the hood hot. We don't have to be worrying about niggas coming down the block and stuff like that. And this was one of those nights where I just don't want it. There's too many other significant reasons of why not get into it with the VNs or any bloods coming through the VNs that evening. But yeah, this wasn't the best story. This wasn't the most climatic story. But like I told y'all, I got to pump out some videos. It's the end of the month. I got to get cracking. Had a bad 30 days because of my health. But I'm a lot better for those that are concerned. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to click that like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'm out of here, y'all. Have a good one.